I genuinely cannot believe I made the cutest little basket out of just an old paper bag, and I'm gonna explain to you exactly how I did this. First, I started off by grabbing my paper bag and some scissors, and I trimmed it down to a rectangle. Then you're gonna cut out 9 wider strips and 3 thinner strips, and you're gonna weave 6 of the wider strips together to form the base of the basket. Think of doing an over-under pattern with all of these strips, and make sure that there's no repeats, so no overs next to overs and no unders next to unders. Then I crease all of the excess strips around so that we can start building the basket upwards, and you're going to repeat the same weaving motion. I ended up building my basket only 2 rows high, so for the first row I started with going over, and then on the second row I started with going under so that it would be staggered. Now that you have the shape of the basket formed, you're just going to trim all of the excess off and tape it down around the edges. Then it's time to start building the handle, so I'm going to take 2 of the thin strips and essentially wrap one around the other so that you get kind of a braided effect. I also did this with 2 thin strips around one of the thicker strips. I ended up using the thicker braided piece kind of as a trim around the top of the basket, and I just taped that down. And then I used a little more tape to tape down both sides of the handles on the inside of the basket. And your basket is completely finished. You can fill it with whatever miniature goodies you want. This little handmade basket is so customizable by size and the way you decorate it, and adds so much to whatever gift you're gifting this Valentine's Day.